Hello, my name is Ammar Gangadiwala. I'm a cloud architect with more than 20 plus years of experience in software industry. My experience include working for many multinational companies such as Microsoft Corporation and Deloitte. I'm focusing mostly on Azure and Microsoft technology stack. My LinkedIn profile is over here. You can find it. It's linkedin.com/amarji52. In this video, we will see how to create an Angular app using the material design for .NET Order microservices. This is the part 6 of the series. I will put all the descriptions and the step-by-step instructions, including my part to my GitHub repository or link to the part 1 of the series. All you can find in the in the description section of this video. Prerequisites include Angular CLI and the code editor. You can use any code editor like Visual Studio Code. If you have not installed Angular CLI, then this is the command npm install -g is for the global at angular/CLI. I've already installed on my laptop, so I will not install it again. Next, I will create a new Angular app. ng new Angular. I will give a name to my Angular app. It will ask me some questions whether I want Angular routing. I will say yes, routing. What's the style I want? I will use CSS. Successfully created our application. I will go to that directory over here, cd the new directory which is created, and type code dot to open the Visual Studio Code. I can test this application by running the ng serve -o. -o it will open into new browser application. This is my new Angular application which is running. The .NET Order service that we have created in the part 1 of this series using .NET C#. Uh, it is running on this URL, my localhost port number 4752. I can open in the browser. You can see over here. This is the localhost 4752 order service. And this is the data which is coming from the order microservices. See the order ID, order date, order items, and it has the shipping address. I will go back to my Visual Studio Code and I will open the file appmodule.ts. That file is in the source src uh, app, and here you will see app.module.ts file. Open this file and here you will add one more import statement which will be the import. Um, See, our goal is to call the our from the Angular app we have to call the our order microservices using the HTTP client module. So I have to import one module inside my app.module file. So that is the import from at Angular common slash HTTP semicolon. We'll come back over here and module name is HTTP client module. Okay. And I will copy this one and I will add into the import section of this module. I will create a new file called Order.cs file. So this file will be here Order.cs file. Okay. So this file, I will create three classes inside that one: order, order item, and shipping address. The structure of this file is similar to the output that I'm getting from my microservice. Okay, so you see this ID, order items, and the shipping address. So this is the new file order.cs. Here you see, notice that one. I have three files: order, order items, and shipping address. And this extension is not CS, but it is TS. So let me correct that one, TS. Okay. Then I will go back to my appcomponent.ts file. In the appcomponent.ts file, I will import the order.ts file that I created just now. So import from dot slash order semicolon, and here it will be right format document. Now we'll create a new function over here. That function will make an HTTP call to my order microservice and get the data from that one. Let's call that function as get orders, returning observable of type order, an array of order. For observable, we have to import one more library, and that library is import from the library name is rxrj. rxrj is the reactive JavaScript library for Angular. So copy this observable, put it over here, observable, format document, okay, rxrj. This has to be in quotes. Okay. Now this one is return and call this dot http dot get of type orders array, and then the URL of our the microservice, which was http localhost 4752 semicolon. Okay. Here you see http, we are getting this error message, so we have to create a constructor, and then in that one private, we have to do a dependency injection of HTTP client module. HTTP client, include the HTTP client, import the HTTP client module from at angular common slash http semicolon, and this will be http client. Okay, and here you put it over here, http client, and this will be open and close bracket. Okay, so now you see this error is gone over here. Okay, now we want to call this get order functions, so we'll call it from the um, override method and g on init. This method is called when the initialization of this app component function. So this dot get orders dot subscribe data will create a new variable over here, class variable. We'll call it data source, and Data source is of type order array and initialize it to empty array. Okay, and then here we'll say this dot data source equal to data. If you want to test it over here, we'll put up debugger statement so we can test it. Debugger statement. This is done. Now let's run this program. So we'll go back to our console over here. It's already running. I made a typo in this function name. It's missing an I, so let me correct that one. It's called ng on init, and this is called by the Angular runtime. After the creation of this component, this function will be called. Okay, it's not a good idea to call a function from a constructor. Okay, let's see this application. This application is running over here. I will go to the browser window. In the browser window, go to the inspect. Inspect will open the df12 debugger window. In that one console, so no error messages, sources. I have a debugger statement, here statement. So let's refresh it and see it's stopped over here. Okay. Now let's look at the data which is coming. So here you notice that one, we are getting the data from from our microservices, and it is over here in this one. It's order date, order items, shipping address. Okay. Now that we got the data, we want to show it in a presentable way. For that one, we'll use Angular material design for that one. So for that one, we have to um, add a statement over here. We'll add ng Angular material to our project. Copy this line from here. Control C, terminate the batch. Stop here. Ng add Angular material. These are the different themes over here. I will select the indigo pink theme. Set up global Angular typography styles. Yes. Set up browser animation for Angular material. Click yes. So this has added the Angular material library to our project. Once I've added the Angular design package to my project, I will go back to Visual Studio Code, back to appmodule.cs file, and I will add one more import statement for material design. That is the um, material table module. Okay, I will add it over here in the import section, material table module. Okay, then I will go back to my um, CSS one, and in the CSS I will say table width equal to 100. Okay, go back to my app component.html file, and I will delete everything from here, and I will copy some code from them, my snippet code, um, for the presenting the data in a grid format using the Angular material. So that code snippet is over here. I will paste the code snippet. I will paste the code snippet over here. So this is similar to the HTML text, table, th, td, tr, and you also have the Angular tags, which is for the container. And this is the Angular material table we are using. Okay. And then we'll go back to my appcomponent.ts file. In the appcomponent.ts file, I will add two member variables, two class member variable. One is the data source, which I've already added, and the other one I will use for the displayed columns. Okay. So this is the displayed column: ID, order date, shipping address, city, state, and zip code. And go back to my HTML file. It says data source does not exist. So why the data source does not exist? We have defined data source over here. Data source. Okay. Now let's run the program over here. ng serve minus o. You see the data is coming from our order microservices, and we are displaying in the Angular UI using the material design. So this completes the session for today. We are using Angular using the material design pattern to display the data from the order microservices onto the web page. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the session. Feel free, if you have any questions, you can put in the comments and I will be able to answer those questions. And please do not forget to click on the subscribe button, the bell icon, and the like button. Thank you very much.